Hi, 7th grade. So this is my first of 3 videos for this week. Our first one is just going to be a reading video and showing you the worksheet that you're going to do with this. It's kind of like what we did last week, but we're only doing one of these assignments this week. So our reading this week is about the life cycle of a coral. So I decided to do this one after the asexual reproduction just because coral can exhibit both sexual and asexual reproduction. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. I will include the reading again like I did last week, so that way you can do the worksheet. So the reading is, corals exhibit 2 types of reproduction, sexual and asexual. Sexual reproduction is when corals synchronously release their gametes, eggs, and or sperm into the water column, and they meet with gametes of another coral of the same species, creating a zygote that forms into larvae called planula. This type of sexual reproduction is called spawning. Some corals produce both eggs and sperm during spawning. Other corals produce only eggs or sperm. The other type of sexual reproduction is brooding. In this form, the sperm fertilizes the egg before both are released from the coral. Asexual reproduction can occur through budding, fragmentation, or brooding. During budding, a new polyp forms from the base of an old polyp. Another common type of asexual reproduction in corals is by fragmentation. Broken pieces of corals that land on a suitable substrate may begin growing and produce a new colony. The last type of asexual reproduction is brooding, where the parent polyp splits a planula larvae out of its mouth. After a planula larvae is formed by either from sexual or asexual reproduction, it floats a few meters below the ocean surface and is called a zooplankton. Zooplankton is larvae of any type that float with the ocean's currents. Many cues such as light, surface structure, and the presence of other organisms can cause planula larvae to settle to the substrate and begin its metamorphosis into a polyp. Once the polyp reaches a juvenile stage, it will lay down the foundations of a skeletal calyx and is considered a successful recruitment. Soon after, the juvenile polyp will bud off sister polyps, creating a new colony. The age and size of when a colony reaches sexual maturity varies between species, but commonly it takes 3 to 5 years before reproducing for the first time. So that's your reading, and this part will be down here too, but we are going to ignore that. So we're just going to move into the worksheet. So this is your worksheet. It's very similar to the one that you had last week, the analysis. You just need to find these answers in the reading and then make sure you answer them fully. So like 2 and 3, you have 2 questions, so make sure you have 2 answers. Make sure you have 3 ways. And yeah, just make sure you answer it fully. And when you're done, make sure you turn in. Alright, if you have questions, you know the drill. See you guys next video. Bye.